Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McAdee's Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. We continue our ongoing coverage into the never-ending web of the Spiderverse. In our last video, we went over the full gory story of the former bully turned hot-headed hero, Flash Thompson's Spider-Man. I will have that video linked in the title card and the description below. In today's video, we'll be covering the full legend of the violent vigilante himself, Assassin Spider-Man. His story to me is honestly one of the coolest in the Spider-Verse, so without further ado, prepare for pizza time, sit back, relax, and enjoy the full gory story of Assassin Spider-Man. Who is he? Assassin Spider-Man is one of the colder, darker, and honestly cooler variants of Spider-Man from the Marvel Multiverse. He comes from Earth 8351, and his origins are similar enough to the main universe Peter Parker of Earth 616. This story is actually a spin-off of the canon Marvel Spider-Man story, Spider-Man vs. Wolverine, back in 1986. The original tale was a long and crazy spy thriller which pitted the likes of Wolverine and Spidey up against the KGB and eventually each other. In the story, Wolvie, being the ladies' man he was, ended up falling in love with a double agent named Charlie who was in hot water with the Russian government. With assassins out to get the woman, Logan, in his infinite wisdom, thought the best course of action was for him to end her life instead of the Russians, who would do unspeakable things to her for betraying her people. Seeing how crazy this was, this caused Spider-Man and Wolverine to duke it out, where they nearly killed each other in a nearby graveyard. Being in the pitch black of night, Peter thought he had an opening on Wolverine and punched him with all his might, only to be horrified that he had actually struck Charlie instead. While the woman died in Wolverine's arms, a forever traumatized Peter returned to the US, where he was comforted by Mary Jane and continued his career as Spider-Man. This is how the original tale ended, however. In this universe, Peter was stopped by Logan at the airport just before getting on the plane back to America. Knowing that Parker was full of guilt for what happened to Charlie, Wolverine showed him there was still a chance to help make things right, for Charlie had a sister named Alex, who too was being held captive by the KGB. Deciding to stay in Russia to save Alex, Spider-Man and Wolverine got caught up in an intense battle with Russian soldiers. The government saw their forces getting torn down and thus sent out their own Red Army supers, which consisted of the likes of Bora and Crimson Dynamo. With Dynamo's armor being seemingly impenetrable, Spidey and Wolvie were at the mercy of the mutants' attacks. That is until this Spider-Man lost control and cracked the dude right in the neck, killing him instantly. Reminder to never play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with Peter Parker. With another body added to the plate, the mentally distressed Peter quickly added one more as he held the mighty Bora with his webs and distracted her while good old Logan climbed a tree and stabbed her from behind. Saving Alex, Spidey and Wolverine loaded up in a nearby chopper, where they escaped to the deceased Charlie's home. Instead of going back to the States to his girlfriend Mary Jane, this Peter decided that he liked hot Russian mommy GFs even more, where he and Alex fell in love and decided to stay in Russia, where they became rebel soldiers against the KGB army. Here he got a new sleek red and black costume and trained with fellow assassins, where he was able to hone his spider sense so much that he became nearly clairvoyant and could sense things before they even happened. He was so powerful that he even made the deadly Black Widow look like a level 1 NPC. Basically taking down the whole Russian military themselves, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Alex soon found themselves under attack by special forces who wished to take the woman back into custody. Coming across the likes of swordsmen, the warrior taunted Spider-Man for using mere webs in a duel with him, where Spidey obliged that they were in fact ridiculous. He then switched to what I call spicy webs, which was actually a wrist-mounted gun that he used to shoot the guy right in the head. Honestly, this Spider-Man may give even Bully Maguire a run for his money. Surrounded by soldiers, Spider-Man, thinking ahead, had already called in his buddies at S.H.I.E.L.D. to come in for an emergency assist. Here they were able to negotiate trading Spidey's former assassin trainer / war criminal Nebo in exchange for keeping Alex with them. Seeing Nebo as a much bigger prize, the Russians obliged and left the heroes alone. Continuing the good fight, Wolverine, Spidey, and Alex all stayed in Russia to keep up the good fight and keep the innocents safe. The last we would see, sadly, of this awesome version of the Wall Crawler would be in the first run of Spiderverse comics. During this event, the multiverse was under attack by vampire-like beings called Inheritors, who fed off the life force of those with spider powers. Assassin Spider-Man was recruited by the Superior Spider-Man to help combat these creatures and save reality. However, during a sudden ambush, this Spider-Man sadly lost his life after getting his neck torn out by the Inheritor Demos. He didn't even get to tell his Russian GF goodbye. And that is the full gory story of Assassin Spider-Man. Both design and story-wise, this Spidey is one of my personal favorites, and it's honestly a shame he died so soon. An entire run of espionage-style Spider-Man stories would be so cool, and I hope we at least get to see this awesome suit in an upcoming Spider-Man game. With the Spider-Verse sequel movie coming this year, I also hope that this Peter does make a cameo, even if it's brief. I mean, you can't get much cooler than wrist-mounted web shooter guns now, can you? More than anything, I would love to know what you think. Did you know this about Assassin Spider-Man? Was there something I missed? What other characters should we cover? Sound off in the comments. Also be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the music in this video, it was all made by my boy Ognihs. You can check out his Spotify in the link below. You can also check out our Discord, also in the link below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.